What up, what up, what up? What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Dash DUB. This is Who's Next on Radio 22 at myradio22.com. We back with another one. Oh man. We got the homie, we got the special guest already right now. So I'm about to go ahead and send him this invite and get him a part of this. See if we can get this hooked up and moving. So yeah, we back. Another Wednesday, another interview.
What's going
on, man?
Look at this. Look at this. We got the homie, Eikon Verse. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. What's going on?
Chilling, man. I was just trying to give people get them caught up on what's going on with Radio 22 and some of these adjustments we're making so we can, be more readily available for people through the live stream. It's a different era. It's a different game. We got to adjust like everybody else.
Right. Okay.
So that's all we doing. Give them a quick update. Man, what you working right now? I might catch you in the middle working on something else.
No. It's studio sessions going on in the background.
Okay.
Other engineers in there recording and everything like that. But we good.
Okay.
We're good. I'm in a little spot. I got my little fire going. It's chilly in Milwaukee.
Oh, yeah. It's chilly all over the state. I heard that snow may come back.
No, don't say that.
I'm dead serious. Man, we're going to give people a few more minutes. I don't want to start too early with people releasing some of the jewels. But actually, while I do have you on here, one thing I think we can kind of talk about and throw it around before we get to the interview is the impact of COVID-19 on you and your business. Because you got the studio, 4117-4117. What has been the impact on you with all this going around and the stay-at-home orders and all that?
Yeah, man. I mean, at the end of the day, this is entertainment. I mean, through any depression or anything like that, artists are still going to want to do music. That's something that I can't stop, and music is big with me, so I got to still do what I could. For the first month or so that the pandemic was going on, I wasn't taking anybody, but now I take one person at a time, so.
Right. That's what's up.
Then, we make sure that we sanitize everything and spray the chairs down before they get in there and everything. And then I like the headphones down, all of that. So, hey, man, it's impacted my business, but it hasn't impacted my business. So I still get my studio sessions the same. I'm still booked. People record right now in the background with one of the engineers.
That's what's up.
Still, I'm good.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Plug that location too.
Yeah. You said, the Studio 4117 is in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. 4117 North Green Bay Avenue. We've been here for 8 years now. Hey. Yeah, man.
8 years. You a staple now.
Yeah.
You get over 5, you a staple, especially for as studios go.
Yeah, man. We recorded a lot of people been through here. Doughboy Cash Out, Lucy, a bunch of people, bro, and just some of the top artists in the city, Looney Baby, Spidey Mayweather, Destiny Dan. So it's been, I see Nate Brady on there right now. He come here, so it's a list of a lot of artists that's really dope that come here. LFM, hey man,
and I think it's a tribute to the type of product that you're putting out too. Because the level of mixing and mastering going on there, which I've been able to hear over the years, is top notch. I mean, there's not gonna be a place you're gonna be able to go to get a better mix and master.
Yeah, man. Hey, I started off with you though, so look. so paid attention, took notes, But
right.
At the end of the day, I worked hard. It wasn't always there. Yeah, one of my business partner, Lil 100, super popular in the city. I didn't even engineer at the time. He put me under his wing, showed me how to do it, and I just blossomed from there. Took that extra initiative and was proactive and was going online and studying tutorials and picking, just looking up who my favorite engineers was, like Alex Toomey. Like he's super dope to me, Young Thug engineer. Like he's amazing. So learning tips and tricks on how to make things better. And then I'm an artist, so who better to work on than myself? So I perfected my engineer by perfecting my rap craft as well. So yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up. What do we got for time? We're gonna start a little early. We're gonna get into it because I want to make sure we have time because Instagram be cutting you off at the hour mark, G. So I always like to take people back for those who may not be familiar with you and some of the past history, and then move them forward. So what a lot of people may not know is that we got a bunch of history. Like, what are we looking at? Like, what, 15 years back? No, probably more than that. 20 years back.
Yeah, it's probably more than that because you was going to Marquette at the time when we first met.
Right.
So yeah, we old.
I didn't say all that, but yeah, do go back. But yeah, when we first met, man, I remember you coming to the studio. 76 in Green Tree. We gotta we gotta shout it out.
Oh yeah.
We got T. We got Busy.
Yeah.
We got the basement.
Yeah,
we got the Roland 2480. We had the Triton. Yeah. We had the Booth, and we had I think an AKG 414.
We did. Yeah, we did. Yeah.
And he was like, "Yo, y'all make something happen."
Yeah.
I know from my perspective. I was young. I didn't really know how to engineer. I didn't know how to run no Roland 2480. But I remember you coming in and you rapping, and I was blown away that you could do like 5 of my favorite rappers and do impressions of them like to the T.
Yeah,
Snoop, your Snoop impression was my favorite.
Yeah, it definitely was. It definitely was, you know. I mean, it's a double OPD or freaking double Z. It's Snoop Dogg in the house. Look at that.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah. Like, I don't think I ever got a chance to ask you, like how did you do that? How did you master that? Was that part of your progression as an MC to emulate other styles? Like, how did all that come about? I never even got to ask you about that.
No, well, I mean, originally, I was just, before I ever decided to actually jump into rap, I used to impersonate Bone Thugs and Harmony. So I used to just practice their riffs and stuff like that. And I mastered their flow. And then I was like, okay, then if I can do this, I'm gonna work my way to Twister now. So then I mastered Twister. Then I learned how to tongue twist and everything like that. And then eventually just went to DMX and, Snoop and just me going through my favorite rappers because it wasn't about me wanting to be a rapper. I bought all the albums, I listened to them.
Right.
I was a student of those, of my favorite artists. And if I listened to something, I could pick it up. So when I finally decided to rap, I just had so much influence from everybody. It was like, okay, now I really can't, I don't know what direction to go in, so I'm kind of all over the place. So I named myself Style at that time because it's like I feel like I can do anything. So
yeah.
So you was a student of the game, kind of learning everybody else's stuff, how they did it, and then like knowing what happened then and hearing you now, your delivery. I feel when I'm listening to it, I'm like, yo, your delivery is too easy. Like it's almost too easy for you. I almost feel like I need to throw something to challenge you in your song because you have it down pat.
Yeah.
Which a lot of MCs, when you hear their albums and you hear their work, you can almost hear that they're still working with it. Like you can almost hear that they're still trying to figure out what is their best delivery.
Yeah, I mean that's never been an issue for me. Like that when it comes to creating, I'm a creative. So yeah, delivery that's the easiest thing for me. Before I even come up with words, I come up with melodies, melodic tones, etc. I build that in my head first, and then I put the words to everything else after. So that's always been the easiest thing for me. Now,
so that's kind of your process. Your recording process is getting the melodies, filling it out, getting the sound, and then actually filling in the words to whatever that melody or sound is later.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. I get a feel for the beat because I follow the wave of the beat. The beat tells you how to do everything. You know,
right.
A lot of artists stray away from that. But you know, I learned that from my brother Cash. Like, I don't know many people that can ride a beat like him. So, yeah.
So that's what's up. And that's good for people to hear, because I know a lot of people basically what I call almost like took a spill.
I know, right?
A lot of cats come on and it's like they got like their flow already figured out before they even hear the track.
Yeah. No, the beat got to speak to you. It ain't gonna be a song, man. If you just putting words on, on instrumentals, he tell you to do.
I like your choice of words. It ain't gonna be a song. It's just words to an instrumental.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of times we hearing words to instrumentals, but we're not hearing songs.
Right.
Like, I feel like the art form of a song has been lost. What do you think about that?
I mean, on a local level, but the industry's still making hits. The industry's still making songs. But on a local level, I mean, there's talented artists in a local level. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of them, but sometimes we get in the mode of following trends instead of actually making records. So
the copycat game.
Yeah. So yeah.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So I'm gonna move them up a little bit. So we was at a place called B&N 76 in Green Tree. we was working with a couple of cats. I forgot the homie from Kingston we had out there. We had the homie next door that used to do beats. Skip was out there.
Yeah.
No, Skip is in the Twin Cities now.
Yeah.
Jay.
Yep.
And we had Drama was out there. Yep. We had a few other cats.
Mm-hmm.
So from us being there, then we kind of bridged and did separate things.
Yeah.
I ended up starting Deuce Entertainment from there. I don't know if you immediately hooked up with Gimme Mine or there was some time in between before you hooked up with Perry and Profound.
It was about a year in between.
About a year, and then you hooked up with them.
Yeah.
Which is crazy again because I went to school with Perry.
Yeah, I remember that.
So our circles kind of got back together.
Yeah.
Ended up doing a mixtape together.
Yeah. E versus GME.
Yeah. Fuji was just asking me for that. I think I found that mixtape too.
Wow. That's crazy.
The CD's a little scratched, but I found that. But then from there, you kind of bridged out from Gimme Mine. Deuce went on for a little bit of more time, and then that ended up breaking apart a few years ago, and you kind of fall into your own lane.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us about your enterprise, your label, Eikon Global, when that started, why that started, and what are y'all trying to do? What are y'all trying to accomplish underneath that heading?
Well, I mean, Eikon Global was established in 2012.
Yep.
When I bought the studio on Green Bay. I bought a little 13,000 square foot building and decided to turn it into a recording studio and a recording company. At that time, it was just me, Cash B, and my business partner Chris. And then about a year later, we met who was now my newer business partner, Hunnit, in 2013, and we've been going strong ever since. When in the essence of the label, because the studio was Studio 4117, so it's its own entity apart from Eikon Global. But the Eikon Global aspect really was, it was me, Cash B, or whatever, being the creators behind it. And over process, we started bringing in new family members, is what we call them, brothers and stuff like that, and making a good push. And while they still have their own entities and their own brand and everything like that, but we still are considered affiliates. We still push it. But there's I ended up bringing my nephew in the fold, Amir, who's a super dope talent. I know you met him before.
Yeah, man.
Super dope talent, very underrated, but that's gonna change. And met joined forces with one of my best homies, 40 Cal, and just a bunch of cats, man. And they we just making the best moves that we could potentially make to get to a better place. You know, stepping stone,
right.
Crawl before you walk, and we made them. You know, with the building almost 100% complete,
Right.
and albums are being completed. You know,
Right.
I feel like we're going in the right direction. Now the next direction for us is visually, and I think that's going to continue to take things to the next level. So within the last year, I dropped maybe like what 5-6 videos. So that that goes into the fold as I'm building it. But you know, again, it don't happen overnight. We brought in a video guy that now works exclusively with us. He does his own thing on the side, but we have a video guy now, and that helps. You know what I'm saying? And to be able to have that creative process at home.
Right.
You know, and but outside of that, yeah, I mean, we're an umbrella that has pretty much everything that we need inside of it. We have a defined niche, and everybody has their roles, and they play it. And and when you know what's going on, Sonny, when you know exactly what your defined role is, you can be the best at it. You know, Cash B knows that he's a CEO of the label with me and everything like that, but he knows that his role is a producer. He make beats.
Right.
I'm an engineer, but I rap. You know, and Cash B is a dope rapper too, but. You know, Chris builds everything for the studio. He takes care of everything like that. You know, Hunted is an engineer. He can rap too, but you know, we got graphic designers that work with us. You know, one of my bestest brothers in the world, Bricks, is an accomplished designer. You know, and you know, he makes sure that he takes good care of us, like I take good care of him. And Honey do graphics, Fit Flow do graphics. So we got a lot of things here going for us for the future. For the city to get excited for that, they'll be able to come to us and be able to get a quality service, and no matter what they want, from a photo shoot to a video shoot to recording, audio, mix, mastering, to getting beat production and etc. Everything's under one roof, and graphic design, everything. So yeah.
So you got Milwaukee's one-stop shop for any artist. No matter what you need to get to that next level, they can stop there and get what they need.
Yeah, I mean, it's more to it than also just services. I mean, it's knowledge.
Right.
You know, like knowledge don't come free in the industry.
No, not at all.
Consulting fee. You know.
Right.
It comes free here. You know, we don't hold nobody back. You know, you come here, we treat you like we want to be treated, and the utmost professionalism. And if you're not professional, then you won't be back. So that's like so.
Right. And I know we've talked on and off. And I know you've been in some studios and stuff that weren't necessarily at that professional level.
Yeah.
And I know that's been frustrating for you in the past, going to different places, trying to get your music done.
That's why
I ain't gonna put no studios out there.
Yeah.
But I know you've been through that.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why I had to learn how to engineer, because you weren't in town anymore. And I had to figure out another way. So, and it's not to shade those other engineers, but at the end of the day, I felt like if I wanted to get to where I needed to be, I had to tap into the engineer that I knew, which was Hunter, because he already worked here. And then I took it and elevated it from there, like I said earlier. So it's no shade towards nobody, but for me to get the sound that I have today, I had to take the bull by the horn and be proactive and make that happen myself. You know, so I'm instrumental.
And it seems like everything that's been coming out there's been a consistency, and it seems like you found your pocket, and now you're just running through the door with it now.
Yeah, man. I mean, you know, as you get older, and as I say, you get seasoned, you're able to maneuver a little differently than other people. I'm good, bro. Able to maneuver a little more differently. I mean, I'm very intellectually sound, so I think things very methodically before I even do it musically. So I'm always 10 steps ahead. I may have, I just posted on Facebook the other day. I just completed a new album in 12 hours. I just stayed up 12 hours, did a whole new album from production to the mixing, the master, and everything, and it's dope. You know, man. Like, and
I heard.
That's just from my own perspective. But you know, I've gotten that back from a lot of other people that I've shared it intimately with. And but then, you know, I also got the trap album that I just released. You know, about a month ago or so, not even that long, and that's doing extremely well. But it's so its projects is coming and everything like that. It's going to be a lot more work coming. But yeah.
So here's a question for you. And
since I've moved out here, now I'm in the Madison area, I've been asked this question from my time in Milwaukee, and you still being there and really being able to see the change of the tides in Milwaukee from sounds and artists and cats that was in the game and we was doing it that's not in the game.
Yeah.
What do you think is the biggest barrier for Milwaukee artists to get to the next plateau and be national artists, not local artists? What do you think is that biggest barrier there?
The lack of uniformity, the lack of business knowledge. You know, like a lot of people in Milwaukee for so long, even when I was an earlier artist, Milwaukee was always segregated. I mean, it's already a segregated state, but with artists as well, it was segregated. Like,
right.
I grew up in an era where you had to be the best. If you had your group, you was the best dude. They had their group, they were the best dude. Nobody rock with each other. Everybody's like, it's me, my clique, my clique, my clique. So it never was a us discussion. It never was a let's unite and let's prosper together or anything like that. You know, like the bigger states and stuff like that, they did that. You know, the bigger cities, they did that. They able to find that niche with artists who were able to come together and make something happen. But also those states and those cities also had big brothers, and Milwaukee tend to lack that. You know, like it's big brothers comes big resources and big connections, and it ain't really no big brothers here. So that's another reason why artists really don't have the outlet for that opportunity to be able to have it, make it come easy. Because in Chicago, you know, what they had, Jive Records, J Records, they had major record labels there, and they got big players there. They got you know, and Detroit, same thing. You know, Milwaukee is a small city, and nobody really that accomplished from here reached back that did get to that successful level. So if you don't reach back in an essence to help bring those artists back up, or bring in some new blood to build that uniformity, that chemistry, then it's always going to be a lack thereof. So you know, I've been trying to bring ciphers together, bring all the artists in under one roof so they can create together, meet each other, chop with each other, don't have to be afraid of each other or disgruntled with one another or feel like you're better than one another, because it's going to take that uniformity. It's going to take them power moves, them power plays, because who one artist may know, that's a classification of people that I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, like when people bring that to a fold, things can come to fruition. And until that really happens, it's going to be hard unless a big homie or somebody with a bag come in, or that artist with a true bag, because a lot of artists, they say they got a bag, but if you had a bag like that, you wouldn't even be here struggling. So at the end of the day, it's like, you know, it's just going to take somebody with that business knowledge, that business savvy, that acumen, that's going to be able to apply that to an artist. You know, and there's a couple people I noticed from here who managers who they know how to do that, and they got all the resources and the connections to do it. But you know, their services cost too much on a demographically challenged artist.
So it's not priced for the area. It's priced for a different area.
Yeah, you know, like it's like studio time. I mean, my quality, I can charge $100 an hour, but it's not priced for the area. That's not realistic. Some people, I get 50 an hour is too much. You know, so it's not priced for the area. So you know, so if managers are here and they want to say they want to manage talent and they want to go behind talent, then you need to adjust your prices to the area, because the artists here, they can't afford you. You know what I'm saying? So you basically giving out false hope of what you can do and showing this and that. But if you got niggas street niggas that, excuse my language, but street homies that do they hustle, etc., blah blah blah, whatever it is, feed money to an artist. Of course, you can be able to do what you need to do for that artist. But the average, you know, cat that's from here, they ain't got that. They don't have those resources, the outlet. They don't have a big homie that's gonna be able to do that. So yeah, man, it's lack thereof. The city is kind of fucked, bro, until people pull together.
Right. And what's crazy is I bumped into a lot of similarities out here in Madison since I've been here. A lot of separation of artists. Yeah. There's a lack of unity. Everybody's kind of in their groups, in their crews, moving around. Yeah. So similarly, I can't even say it. Similar to you, I'm trying to create that hub of where we can get the traffic of everybody coming through, build some more familiarity, build some more collaboration. Yeah. Because we kind of is OGs in the game, I guess, and we've been through it a lot. I've tried to do more educational things.
Yeah, definitely.
Because you're true, there's a lack of knowledge when it comes to this, as far as how to move.
Yeah.
And the different ways you can go about doing things. So it's crazy how it's so similar between, how Milwaukee was, and a lot of what's going on in Madison is the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah.
That's what's up.
Think about the Midwest in general. Midwest is segregated in general, man.
Very much.
Yeah, so that at the end of the day, that's where it stems from.
Right.
They say you do something for 30, 60 days consistently. It's a trained habit. You know what I'm saying? We practice
right.
core habits
right.
by dealing with and interacting with people. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's the exact same thing. If you segregate it. That's if all your life that you've tried to be an artist, or all your life that you tried to be a modern citizen, and you feel the segregation, then that's how you're gonna be. That's how you're gonna walk.
Right.
Milwaukee cats, we all walk around like we got a chip on our shoulders, because you never know when you gotta watch your back. When you never know
right.
you gotta prepare yourself to become a victim or anything like that. Whereas you go somewhere else, you can feel free. You can feel, hey, it's love here. It's nice. It's bright and sunny.
Right.
Blah, blah, blah. The gloom and the glim is a lot different, in
right.
the Midwest. You know what I'm saying? It's like they say, sunny days make brighter days, right? So
right.
if you're somewhere else and it's sunny or something like that, you're going to have a better attitude. You're going to have a better
right.
way of living, etc.
Right.
More resources, etc. Going to be in a better mood. Midwest,
right. Most definitely.
It's May. It's cold. It's 25 degrees outside. I don't want to be bothered.
right.
So that's just the mentality, man.
Right. So I was on. There was an online conference with some Milwaukee-based producers and managers,
mm-hmm.
and somebody there was a cat that called in that was asking a question like, "Yo, he was out in another city doing hip hop, but he was from Milwaukee." But he hadn't been back for a while. Homie was like, yo, I got this artist that I'm working with in Milwaukee. I'm thinking of coming back here to blow him up and then move him out into some other cities.
Okay.
The recommendation was, nah, homie, why would you waste your money? Skip that, hit another location. Milwaukee, there's not enough here in Milwaukee for you to be able to get your artist to the next level. Do you agree with that? Or do you disagree with that? Can somebody blow up here in Milwaukee, or do they have to go someplace else?
I can't really say yes or no to that question, because people have made it out of Milwaukee and been successful in the industry. They just didn't reach back. People made it from here, but far as and they have their reasons for that. That's no disrespect.
Right.
Far as artists that's from here, you got artists that's getting millions of views, like Lil Chicken and
yep.
Mari Boy Mulamar, stuff like that. They get the views that they need to get to, but it's still something is still negating them from being able to take that next step. I'm not speaking on their career, but
right.
People, a lot of numbers don't, and at the end of the day, they stay
right.
here. So I can't really answer that question, man, because the outlet is there for people to get the views, for people to be able to be seen, be heard. It's
yep.
grown that it's grown,
Right, right.
Make it from here. It's yet to happen, so I guess it's to be determined.
Right.
I don't really know. I can't answer that question.
Okay, that's what's up. You were working with, last time I saw you when I came down there to DJ, and it's almost every time I see you, you got some new artist that's dope that I ain't never heard of before, but that you're grooming. And my whole thing when I'm telling people, I'm like, yo, I don't know where he's getting these people. But every time I see dude, it's like somebody new. I'm like, oh yeah, he could pop. That was dope. He could pop.
Yeah.
I know you're working with these young cats. What is something that you feel that some of these artists still coming up, still learning the game, what's something that you feel that they're overlooking as far as something that they need to get to that next level?
That's what everybody overlooking, the business aspect. It's 90% business, 10% talent.
Word. That's the truth.
It's business, man. A lot of artists, what they got over artists of my era is that they social media savvy and technology sound. So
right.
they're able to do things that we weren't able to do because we really didn't grow up in that era to be able to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, you know, like when you look at it in retrospect of artists in my day, they were I don't want to even say like more gifted or talented or anything like that, because you know that's a slap in the face. But artists I feel were more passionate about what they did, because there weren't social media, there weren't those barriers. You had to be able to go out there and put yourself in front of people and actually be the person that you said you was for real, versus versus being on social media and just getting social media fame, because now it works so much differently. Whereas you got older cats, 27, 28, older or whatever, it's a little more difficult for them because they were really trapping, they were really doing this, and it's not saying that the young cats not, but it was just a little different. Like when you musically and everything like that, when we was doing it back then, it was more. I just feel like it was more passion into it. It was more originality into it, and etc. Now more people are dumbing things down for the social media aspect because of the attention span of the person is dumbed down. So now we dumb things down a little bit more just to try to get the clicks and the likes and everything like that, and it worked. Clickbait is huge in the industry right now. Clout chasing is huge in the industry right now. So the younger generation, they understand it, they figured it out, and that's why they're more successful at it. But also they stick together more than what we did. And I touched on it earlier. You know, the newer artists of today are willing to work with each other when the artists of my time didn't really want to work with each other. You know, so yeah.
What would you tell, from what you know now, what would you tell a younger version of yourself, say 15 years back, possibly the Gimme Mine Entertainment, not even Eikon Verse, but versatile at the time? What would you tell that person if you could right now, if you could go back in time?
Probably take more risks. I'm a very reserved person. Very analytical. I overthink. Definitely an overthinker. I overthink myself out of situation for the good or the bad.
Right.
And when you type of person that's wear your heart in your sleeve, you tend to make emotional decisions sometimes, and don't allow yourself to be able to grow because you keep a barrier up that'll prevent it. Like I've always been told, my brothers them went to Atlanta, you know, Amir and Perry, Eric and them, and they went to Atlanta, and I should have went too at that particular time when they went, but that afraid of change, that I'm comfortable, you know, in the space that I'm in. I didn't make that decision, and whether that outholds to be for the best or not, I'll never know. I don't dwell on it. I still did the best what I could do to enhance my situation by, you know, still putting out music, learning how to engineer, buying my own property, you know, and growing my own business and everything like that. Maybe if I went there, I wouldn't have had that luxury of being able to do those things, or maybe I would have made it as an artist. So I think it's just the aspect of taking more risks when opportunities presented themselves growing up, not always having to look at it as, you know, somebody out to get you. But that is, you know, a Milwaukee mentality, a Midwestern mentality. You just never know when somebody's trying to play a scheme on you, so you keep that wall up. But sometimes you can block your own blessings, and you know that type of thing too. You know, like sometimes you got the wrong people around you, and they can deter your blessings. So I don't know, man. Every day is a new struggle. Every day is something, learn something new. Take 2 steps forward, 4 steps back, however you want to put it. But at the same time, it's about slow and steady win a race, man. And hey, I'm still at it. Right.
It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Exactly.
What's crazy is that the first Who's Next interview we did was with Profound. Profound came back in town and was in Madison. And I asked him that same question. And he said it a little different, but you guys are almost lining up very similar about risk. He felt very unsure about his style and how he was doing things and how he was going about it. And he didn't want to dive all the way in. It was that same type of risk taking. Like, I don't know. Like I know the homies like it, but I'm not sure I should be going all the way in. I don't know if this is it. And now he's like, yo, I'm in my space. I feel good. What's coming out, what I'm creating, I'm loving. I feel like I'm in my lane, similar to you. But he would have gone back and been like, yo, go for it then.
Yeah.
What you waiting on?
Yeah, absolutely.
Is that something you passing on to the cats that you're working with now?
Absolutely. You know, like at the end of the day, like the cats that I work with now, I record a lot of people in the city. I record a lot of people in the city, and you know, they respect me. I respect them. I have a good rapport with a lot of people, and um, the thing to it is that everybody's gonna do things differently, and everybody's gonna do things their way. Only thing I can do is try to enhance their knowledge as best as I can in the situation, and I don't ask for monetary gain from it. That's what a lot of people. Their issue is that when they want to seek knowledge to try to get themselves to the next level, or they want big homie guidance, they got to pay for it. And I get that in life is free, but come on, man, if you live the years, you can give it. So I can make a person's situation a little easier if I got the answer. You know what I'm saying? I don't got all the answers, but I may have some, and that just comes with years. And, you know.
Adult mix and master and free advice. That's hard to come by, especially in Milwaukee. That's what's up. All right. So we talked a little history. We talked a little younger you. We talked a little now you. We talked a little Milwaukee. Let's get to these albums.
Okay.
No. So you had just dropped the For Sale album.
Yeah.
About a month, maybe a little bit less than a month ago.
Yeah.
You just now outdid the homie Tupac and the 7 Day Theory Machiavelli because he recorded it in 3 days. You did it in shorter than 3 days. His wasn't mixed and mastered in 3 days. That's why it's a 7 Day Theory. It's mixed and mastered in 7, but he recorded it in 3. You did it in 12 hours?
Yep.
Why? Why now? You got a project. You got a For Sale project. It's doing numbers. It's hot. You got the single out. You got the videos. You went back into the studio, re-recorded another album. Let us in on why. What's going on?
Well, I mean, okay, you know me a long time, right?
I do.
So I've always been a creator, and so I'm a busybody, like hard work. You know, at the end of the day, that's my theory. I work hard. You know, can't nobody ever take that from me. And I don't know many people that work harder than me in the studio. I mean, that's just factual. That's not, you know, that's just that. But when it comes down to it, you know, like 2 years ago, I dropped 4 mixtapes in 1 year. It's Suave, you know, like, and you know, and Cash B produced every track, you know, and everything like that. And then I dropped, I waited 2 years to even do anything else, and I just told myself, you know what, try something different, like try to do something what the younger cats do or whatever, make it, try to elevate your flow a little bit. I mean, you're versatile, you can do whatever you feel that can come to your mind, right? So let's try to see how this lane could go, how this, you know, like, it's not saying that you not a street nigga, it's not saying anything that. I'm a creator, like, it ain't got nothing to do with nothing, man. I get down, but I'm a creator. And so I made a trap album that was extremely hard, and you know, I still average about, you know, 4 to 6 stars on Spotify, Apple Music for it, and everything like that, and it's doing good. I'm at, you know, it's been a little bit over a week now, and it's about at 50,000 streams, etc. Yeah. But at the end of the day, is that album didn't define me as a person, and at the end of the day, I didn't want people to just say like, okay, he's a trap cat. No, I'm not a trap cat. I'm not a positive cat. I'm a black man who go through a lot. And today I wake up I wake up happy, and I want to talk about praise Allah or praise Jesus or something like that. Tomorrow I'm gonna wake up and I want to shoot somebody in the face. That's life. You know what I'm saying? So I make music to how I feel or what the beat tells me to do, or if I contact one of my brothers and say like, hey, like, I'm gonna do a tape. I'll be done with it in a few days or whatever. I'm gonna just get with some producers or whatever, and let's bring something to life. It was the same thing with that. So I worked on that trap album, got it done, put it out there. People taking to it. It's dope. I love it. But again, it didn't define me. So I went to sleep like 2 nights ago, and as I was going to sleep, a little dream or vision came to me and said, "Get up. You need to go create some real music." It's not meaning that trap not real music, but I know what real music is to me. So, you know, and all right, I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna go with them. So I started my day early. You know, I'm ADHD, so I popped my Adderall and I got right to work. And when I got to work, I named the album PTSD, because post traumatic stress syndrome, because my aunt, who's like my pops, raised me and everything like that. He passed away on
Sorry to hear that.
last Friday. So I got post traumatic stress syndrome from that. Like that's killing me. That's fucking me up. But you know, life goes on. I still got to press forward. But you know, as a black man, as a black woman, we all have that. We all have things that we faced in our lives in our time, and that's what that is, PTSD. So I wanted to touch on that and give a more realistic view of who is Eikon Verse and who am I, who's Demetrius Westbrook. You know, so at the end of the day, who is Eikon Verse really displays in that, and the next one that I'm getting ready to work on, it's crazy because my brother, who makes all my production and everything like that, I just called him over today. He hasn't even heard it yet, so he doesn't even know what to expect or anything like that, because the next album, he know that I came to him and I told him I want to get back to me. So so I'm gonna let him hear it when I get off the phone with you, and we're gonna smoke and vibe out and do our thing to it, man, and figure it and keep going. But man, it's amazing, man. That was one of the best 12 hours of my life, to be honest with you. I was able to do some honest reflecting about myself and put it into words, into song, and it came out beautiful, way beyond even what I wanted it to be, thought it would be. You know, and I love it. So, you know,
therapeutic.
Yeah, it's euphoric, man. It's therapeutic. It's everything, man. But for me, it was more so soul cleansing. You know, I was going through something, and for me to be going through something, it felt like I had a spirit in the room with me writing, that was pushing my pen. And by the end of the night, the morning, 9:50 in the morning, I finished, and my 10 o'clock session came in. So I ain't slept in 2 days. 2 days.
Oh man,
2 days. You know, so you know, what up, Jalen? What up, Bricks? My bros right there.
That's what's up.
Bricks
and I know
did the cover. That's super dude that doing covers and shit like that. So.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
And I know from you know, and I appreciate you sending me to be able to send me a copy to be able to listen to it.
Yeah.
People won't be disappointed, man.
Yeah, man.
I can guarantee that.
Yeah.
Definitely. Everything that you said, for me, in my listening experience, rings true.
Absolutely.
So I mean, man, it was heavy. It was surprising because I didn't know you was gonna come that way. I'm gonna be honest.
And you know what?
I'm gonna be honest. I mean, I heard Black, and we still pumping Black on 95.5 and Radio 22. You gotta send me some updated singles so I can play something else. That go hard, and it fits in with what we're trying to do. And I heard the last album, For Sale, and I'm like, when this came, I was like, oh, okay. and then I'm like, okay, yeah. I'm getting through the intro, and I hit the next one, and it's like, I'm like, yo, this is from the soul.
Yeah. And
you don't have people rapping from the gut anymore.
What up, Michael? Yeah, no, you don't, man. You don't. And you don't have the average person doing it. And I had to,
correct.
Again, I had to have that self-reflection with myself and tell myself, like, what's going to give the best version of you and the most comfortable version of you to be within your own skin. You know what I'm saying? And for you to feel like you can elevate as an artist in just being you. You don't have to. You're at an age now. I'm 36, but you're at an age now where it's like you're comfortable with being you, and with being you now, you don't. That means that you don't need to conquer the world. You just need to conquer your own universe. So I'm okay with being the Tech 9 of my city and having a cult fan base that rock with me. I don't need to be Jay-Z or or Biggie or Pac or anything like that no more.
But them Tech 9 fans love him to death.
And that's how I want it.
And spend money on that man too. That empire he built independently is unreal.
Amazing.
And that's, I mean, that type of fan base, that's authentic.
Facts, Bricks. Yeah, man. Yeah.
That's real.
Yeah, definitely.
So I'm here just trying to find out different things. I'm not trying to push a date or anything for you. Is there a time we may be able to expect that to come out? Am I going too far? Should I stay quiet on it?
I gotta let For Sale run a little longer, but you know, I talked to Bricks today about the cover and etc. And then I got to talk to my broadcast to see what we want to do music sonically and everything like that with it. Hunnit, my other business partner, is going to listen to it and tonight at 9 o'clock. And we're going to just sit down as a team and self-reflect on it and figure it out. Because, again, nobody's heard it on my side. You know, I sent it to you because, you know, I wanted you to be able to check it out before we went live so you can see what I'm working on and everything like that. But and, you know, we talked about maybe 4 days ago, I told you, kind of prepared you for what I was about to do. Because I told you, I said, I want to pick your brain to ask your opinion about something. You remember? Whatever.
That I do.
I value your opinion. So, and then I just, you know, I was ultimately came to the decision that, you know what, let's go have fun. And it came out.
In the end, that's what matters.
Yeah.
You know, that how you feel about things and where you feel things are at without necessarily the outside dictating what you should or shouldn't be doing and what you should or shouldn't be putting out.
Facts.
The main person you got to please is looking at you in the mirror.
Ultimately, you got to be the one to live with it. And you know, while it may have taken 35 years or 16 years or 20 years of doing music to figure that out, no, at least I did. So
and it goes back to the risk taking thing that you said earlier. About talking to the younger you and putting yourself, feeling comfortable of putting yourself out there. And from what I felt was truthful, honest, but vulnerable at the same time. But you saying, yo, I'm putting it all out there. This is what it is, bar none. I ain't holding nothing back. I'm putting it out on wax. This is what's real.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Any people that actually know me will even hear it and learn something new. So, yeah.
Even the cat that tried to perform with you in Milwaukee Mall about 20 years ago. Cross from Milwaukee Mall. My fault. Not in Milwaukee Mall. Cross from Milwaukee Mall. I don't know what the name of that store was.
I remember that, man. That's crazy. Nothing's over there anymore.
So much has changed.
Don't date me, man.
So,
I still got sauce.
So what can we look forward? We know there's a possible album from you, from your crew, the cats that you are working with. What else can we expect to drop or to be coming soon? Whether it's stuff still from the For Sale album or stuff from Amir or who else that you may have that you'll be working with. What should we expect?
Oh, man, I work with so many people, man. It's impossible to name everybody that's got stuff coming out. I got my hands in some of everything masonically or whatever. But, I mean, at the end of the day, you know, Amir's coming out with something. My bro Bricks just dropped, you know, and his album is phenomenal. Love it. My bro Reddy is back in the booth working on an album right now. My bro 40 Cal, his album is actually about to come out now. We putting the final touches on it now, and that's going to be coming soon. Free Dope Boy. Then you got, you know, you never know what I might drop. Then videos in between there. You know, like I said, another group that I've been working with a lot lately named LFM. They dropping more material and etc. A lot of positive cats like Michael X, George, G Gifted, and Jalen Greenlee, like they ADHD, that formerly known as ADHD. They got a lot of stuff coming out. So it's a lot of cats that got stuff coming out that's very talented, and I had something to do with that. You know, masonically, you know. So.
Right. Okay. So that's man. It don't seem like your studio ever closed.
No.
Y'all must be 24/7.
No. If ain't nobody else in here doing something, I am. So.
Right. So I see why you ain't getting no sleep, man.
It's my
That's
life.
24/7.
24/7, man. I go days sometimes without sleeping, man.
Man.
That's for the weary, man.
Right. That's the hustle. But that's also the commitment, and that's also the determination.
Yeah. I mean, and I've never lacked those things. It's just, I can't really explain it. Those things I definitely got down to a science, So now it's reflection mode, it's self-evaluation mode for me right now, personally and musically, So, and but a lot of things are about to definitely happen musically and creatively with me, and I'm excited about it. My team's excited about it. I'm excited about what they got getting ready to come out, and I think Milwaukee is going to have a really nice summer. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what's up. All right. Last question. And this is for my listeners and viewers that may not be familiar with you and your sound, that are starting to get familiar with a few things that we've been able to play on the radio or possibly come to an event here and there that we've had. I know the answer to this, and it's almost like a trick question, but I want you to explain this to them so that they have an idea of who you are and what to expect.
Okay.
Eikon Verse sound is similar to. I told you it's almost like a trick question. If you had to be a combination of cats, which I know is not going to do it justice, because the verse, for people that don't know, comes from your original name, I assume, Versatile.
Yeah, absolutely.
And when I first met you, similar to how we started this, you were able to do all these different things, all these different styles you mastered, and you're able to, at a snap of a finger, flip between all these different styles. It was mind-blowing to me that someone could do that and do it with such ease.
Yeah, man.
But I have an audience, at least in Madison, and those that may be outside Madison, that are outside the Milwaukee area, that aren't familiar with you. If I were to describe you, what would be the best way to describe your sound?
I mean, I would describe it as Eikon Verse. I sound like myself, but I can channel into at any given time and build upon that. Like we all have our top 5 artists that we love, or we all have our artists that we go to get that riff note. Like, okay, you pick things. Some things are recycled, but at the same time, I sound like me, and I'm happy with that. I'm okay with saying that. But I get people listen to my projects and they throw out Kanye, they throw out Jay-Z, they throw out Kendrick Lamar, they throw out, on Eikon Verse type music. And I'm cool with that. I accept those compliments. I appreciate it humbly. But I'm very comfortable in my skin and saying I sound like myself. And there may be triggers in songs that you'll hear that's a flash of an influence of someone. That's anybody. So yeah, I sound like myself. I'm very creative if you listen to my music, and especially on what's more to come. But then at the same time, I can be goofy icon too, or I can be club icon. I can be trap icon. I can be all those things, because at the end of the day, I don't put boundaries on my talents. I'm limitless. I feel like I'm a Tyler Perry of music. I'm a creator. I create anything, whether it's a horror film, whatever it is. It doesn't matter. It's about being influential, and my ability can take me wherever I want it to go musically. If I want to rap about the sun shining bright today, I can do that, and I can make it decadent. I can make it, R&B. I can make it pop. I can make it rock. I can make it whatever I want to, and that's a blessing. I understand that, and I know that's a gift. Hey.
I think I left it to one word when I got asked, because I had a person that heard black on the radio, but went to Appleton and saw your performance in Appleton, and they're like, "Well, that don't sound like the radio joint. That's more like a club joint. So is he a club guy? Is he more of the backpack intellectual guy or whatever, positive guy?" I'm like, "Yo, he's
Versatile.
Yeah. On me.
That's the only way I can put it.
But whatever it is gonna be fire.
Right. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's what I'm talking about, man.
Yeah, man.
Yo, let everybody know where they can listen to your music, where they can catch you on Spotify, put out your social media handles and all that stuff.
You know what? You can tune into For Sale album. It's a trap version of myself. Like I said, every man has a different side of him. I showed that side, and it's a fun club. Get in your ride, chill with the homies, smoke, drink, whatever your thing that you do is. You can do it to that album. It's on Spotify, iTunes, everywhere, all streaming platforms. You can buy it off Amazon Music, etc. Whatever your device is that you use, Tidal, etc., you can get it. You know, you won't be disappointed. And then I have 4 other mixtapes that's out there as well, albums that you can check out too. In the midst of that, when you type in Eikon Verse on any of those social handles, everything's going to come up, and you can just take your pick and go through until the next chapter of what I'm about to present is coming. I think that everybody is going to be quite shocked. So,
right.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward, brother. I'm looking forward to that next chapter.
All right, man. I appreciate it.
And I gotta get out there. Since you run 24/7, I guess it don't matter when I show up to the studio. You're gonna be there anyway.
I live in the studio, so yeah, I'm here.
All right, brother. I'll once this blows over, we gotta link up in person and you know, just chat and kick it and man, and so I can see the spot, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's on me.
Man, you're doing big things. You're doing amazing things, man. I appreciate you, and I appreciate you taking the time out for this interview today.
All right, love, bro. I appreciate it, too. Thanks for having me. And shout out to
no doubt.
Radio 22, man. Dashed up. Let's get it.
No doubt. We appreciate it, man. Try and get some rest, dude. At least get a few, G.
I'm about to
at least get a few.
I'm about to hang out with my brothers, man. Here right now. Honey, here. We about to have some good vibes right now, man.
Right. I hear you.
I'll sleep tomorrow. I got a 40 cal here. I'm getting a look like, nigga, my album is getting wrapped up tonight. So yeah. I got to make sure I do that too. So yeah,
that's what's up. That's right. That don't quit in you.
Nah, man. So I'll sleep tomorrow.
All right, homie.
All right.
Yo, be safe. Let's connect soon.
Love, bro.
All right. Yep. Peace. Yeah.